How to quickly get book reviews. This is one of the most important videos you're going to see, and it's relatively simple because the reality is people buy books like they buy doctors online. They look at the reviews first. Amazon is known to be this big review network, and believe it or not, the difference between a 5-star review and a 3-star review could be an extra 5 figures in sales that month on the high end. So just to let you know how important these reviews are, if you don't have any reviews to your book, the book doesn't look review worthy. And is that a good or a bad thing? It's a terrible thing. So first and foremost, we need to integrate what I mentioned before in a previous tutorial about we need to get our first 5 reviews, hopefully before the book launches, from family, friends, business associates, and people of that nature. And if we can get those, the other reviews become much, much easier. Now, I'll tell you this, the easiest way to get somebody to leave you feedback and a review is to ask. This is where many authors fall short. They're ashamed to actually ask people for their feedback. And you can't be ashamed, you can't be shy when it comes to this. You have a book that you've created that you would ideally like to help millions and millions of people because you know the information in this content will change people's lives for the better. So you need to do whatever it takes to get this book in someone else's hand. But we live in a very skeptical society. People have been scammed online, and they just don't trust as readily as they used to. So the way that we overcome that is to get mountains and mountains of testimonials, social proof, and reviews. So we're going to start obviously with our close network. Like I mentioned before, we make a list of family, friends, business associates, and clients, people that, one, we want to buy the book, and then two, after they get the book, we should follow up a couple days later or a week later and then send them a very simple email and maybe reach out and call them again and let them know, number one, hey, Mary, I'm super grateful you invested in social media, made me rich. It means a lot to me, and I know you're going to find it valuable in growing your business, your impact, and your income. But also, my goal is to help as many people as possible. And in order to do that, I need feedback from readers like you. So it takes 2 minutes maximum. I would love your feedback on Amazon. It would mean the world to me. Here's the link where you can go and leave a review. And, that's really it for the script. What you can also do if you wanted, you can give them, you can actually sweeten the deal. I mean, you can offer, because if you're kind enough to give me feedback, I'm also going to do this readers webinar in 2 weeks, blah, 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 blah. You can always add an extra bonus just to stack the value so they feel even more compelled to leave you feedback. But just come from the heart with your email, with your phone call, and get the verbal confirmation from them. And that's the easiest way to get reviews. Now, also what's going to happen, if you launch the book correctly like I teach in this course, you're going to have people that are sending selfies your way and tagging the book on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all these platforms. And when they tag the book, well, that's a great opportunity to, one, thank them for investing in the book and comment on their threads, because now they're really excited because you, the author, took the time to comment on their post. And then from there, maybe a couple days later, or depending on how far along they are in the book, you can message them right away and say, hey, Mary, I just wanted to thank you for purchasing the book. It would mean the world to me if you have a couple minutes and leave your feedback at this Amazon link. This helps us help more people, and we're committed to impacting as many individuals as possible. That's what I did personally on Instagram, Facebook. That's why we've been able to garner 119 reviews so far. Now, if you look at my Amazon listing, these reviews didn't happen overnight either. And certainly Amazon is not the only review outlet. Barnes& Noble can also be very fruitful as well. So you want to get some reviews over to the Barnes& Noble website too, but Amazon is the most important. Now, I have 119 reviews here. Not all of those are 5-star though. You're going to get some haters, people that don't read the book and comment, people that might not like your title and comment. That's happened to me before. Somebody doesn't even read the book, but they get offended by the title because they think the book is about something else, and they leave you a 1-star review. This is just crazy. I had one negative reviewer said that there's not much new in this book. Move along, or something to those lines. And I just had to laugh because anyone that's ever read this book knows it's just chock full of content that you're not going to find anywhere. So there's a lot of cool new stuff in there. But you get those thoughts and comments from people. But if you're consistent about asking for feedback and reviews, and you let people know how important it is to you, you're going to find that number slowly trickles up, and it might even be fast. 5 reviews, 10 reviews, 50 reviews. And the more reviews you have, certainly, the more sales that will come in, because that does influence your ranking on Amazon. Now, we're going to talk about some other things on Amazon in terms of ranking in a different tutorial. However, just know that reviews are a big deal when it comes to, one, getting people to buy the book, and number two, getting ranked a little bit higher on Amazon's engine itself. So just something to be aware of. Don't wait until you get a negative review to start getting reviews. Even the best products and services have bad feedback, so don't wait for that point. It's going to happen, but be prepared for when it does. And certainly people expect that. People expect a couple negative reviews here and there, but if they see 110 positive reviews and 9 negative reviews, they're going to read, they're going to scroll down and look at and see, here, where we go. Yeah, they're going to look at all these reviews, and they're going to see, okay, well, are they legitimate quarrels with the book, or is it someone that doesn't sound like they read the book? I had a 4-star review right here. I would prefer to have a 5-star, but a 4-star is not bad at all. This person said this book is a must-read for 2017. That's a great compliment for a 4-star review. So, I know that even when you get a negative review that first time, it's going to feel like somebody just punched you in the stomach. However, keep moving on, keep impacting people, and eventually you will bury that negative review. I would strongly recommend you set a weekly goal for reviews just to make sure this gets done. It's such a high priority. Whether it's 2 reviews a week, 5 reviews a week, 10 reviews a week, set a weekly goal, because if you write it down, if you see it every day, it's more likely to actually happen, to keep your mind focused on the task at hand. So make sure that you have a clear number. If you want to get 500 reviews eventually to this book, well, you're going to need X amount of reviews per week for X weeks at least. You're never going to stop getting feedback and reviews. Even 2 years later, when people message me on Facebook or Instagram, and they say, oh my gosh, I love this book, I always say, hey, listen, thank you for the kind words. Glad you found value from this book. I would love your feedback on Amazon, and because it helps us help more people. It would mean a lot to me. And I'll say something like that, and a couple hours later, a couple days later, I'll see new reviews. So sometimes the process can be quick. Other times it just takes a little bit more of a momentum to build up, but you will get reviews, and this will escalate the value, the perceived value of your book, plus the ranking, and you'll just feel really, really good that your work will now be able to help more people. One of the common questions I receive a lot when it comes to reviews is, if I get a negative review, should I respond on Amazon myself as the author? Now, from looking at many different authors, New York Times best-selling authors, and I've done my research on this, I haven't seen very many professional authors, I would say of A-player status, respond to the reviews, because they're really more focused on getting more positive reviews to that listing. However, what you find a lot of times is readers and people that are considering this book, and other loyal fans will come to this Amazon listing and almost defend you, which is a wonderful thing. People will see an idiotic comment like, there's not much new in this book, go ahead and move along. And then they'll be like, what the heck are you talking about? So that's a great thing. And certainly, yes, you could send family, friends, business associates over there, close people to you to respond. But me as an author, I've never responded to the negative review because, one, I can't occupy my time with that, and it's very easy to get positive reviews on Amazon anyway, so you can easily bury those negatives. And two, a lot of times friends, family will come to your rescue there, but it's not really a big deal. If this was on a different network, there would certainly be a time and place for a response if it was appropriate. However, you can always email me your thoughts. If you have questions or you get a negative review, I'll give you my insight and let you know, well, should you respond, should you leave it alone, or should you just bury it? That wraps up this training. Just be consistent, make the commitment to do whatever it takes to consistently get feedback from valued readers. And I promise you, some of the stories that have come in just from my book alone, they've almost made me cry. Just people going from absolute zero to creating the life of their dreams, or maybe in your situation, somebody that is able to lose 50 pounds from a cookbook or a diet that you create, or whatever situation and book that you have. It's going to impact people in some amazing ways, and some of the reviews you will receive online are just going to be they're going to be very heartfelt, longer reviews, stories, and they will make for great testimonials. So enjoy the ride in the process, but again, stack the chips in your favor.